Hi, welcome to my review of the new Moog Minimoog app. It only came out yesterday. Well, it depends on when you watch this, obviously, but for me, it only came out yesterday, and I bought it yesterday straight away on the iPhone. I thought, wow, this sounds really good. So, pulled up the Model D and just did a few little comparisons that I'd like to share. It's a really nice app. So one thing I also wanted to play you was the Arturia app and do a comparison of all three actually, but it's quite difficult to do that with the Arturia app. Here it is. Play this. Yeah, great, lovely, sounds great. But once you go into anything else, it's still playing. Let's just turn all this off. So that's the Arturia, so it's still playing in the background. I don't know if you can get rid of that. I've tried in the past and haven't been able to. So if you do know a way of doing that, do let me know, because that'd be really handy. Another thing that's annoying about apps is that I have my own sort of, what are they, 10-inch sort of normal iPad Air, and it's worked with this. Well, I think I had an iPad 1 originally, and I got an iPad Air, so I had to get this thing, and it worked fine, and it's a great little unit, but I've just plugged it in now, and it says this dock is not compatible with this iPad. So I've borrowed this larger one anyway, so it looks better on screen for you. There's quite a lot going on in there. You can't just take it to no keys. You can take it up to play, which gets rid of some of the extra bits like the controllers and the pitch bender mod wheel. But it's still quite small on an iPad and quite fiddly to use. One thing I would say is that if you're trying to adjust these, the Arturia is really good in that it brings up I'll show you that quickly. So annoying that I can't do this simply. I might have to do another one of these with the Arturia and just get another iPad to do it, but when you're sort of trying to do fine adjustments on this, really nice, really clever way of doing it. As I say, but this is a bit more difficult, so trying to get the sounds perfect on this was a little harder, but let's have a go. So again, as I always do, try and get the levels perfect. So on the meters, these looked fine. This is coming up a little bit louder at the minute, and they sound out of tune. I thought this had drifted, and then when I looked, actually this had gone out of tune, which is perfectly modelled, I suppose, on analog here. I've had to tune it down. If we pull the tuner up, now it's low. That is really bizarre, because I can assure you I didn't deliberately come into this and change it. It's just been high a minute ago. Anyway, it's back on C now, as is that. So the backing tune, I'm absolutely completely freaked out that the tuning's drifted on my app. Wow. I mean, it's a sawtooth, it sounds great. Sounds to me like this has got a bit more weight to it. Or is that just because it's a little bit louder? Turn it down again. They sound really nice, I do think. So, you know, saw is a saw. Let's move on to some more Moogy territory. Let's turn on the second oscillator on a saw again. Slightly detuned. Try and get the beat in similar. A bit faster than that, but as I say, this has drifted. I'm still amazed. Close enough though. Can't say it hasn't got that Moog feel. I think they're great. Does feel again like this has got a little bit more weight. Let's just have a look at the frequency analysis on a simple saw. There's more going on the high end in this. This has got a bit more, well, it's got a bit more life, but I suppose it is alive, isn't it? Okay, let's have a listen to a square. Again, it's got that little fizzle on the top, I think. Again, let's have a look at the frequency analysis. Big difference there. It reminds me of the Arturia, this one, a bit more. Look at the Arturia, it's like a cleaner sounding square. Let's just make sure that we're not overdriving it. So that's really clean, that, isn't it, on those peaks? And look at this one. But they're a lot different to these. So is this one modelled on a different revision of the synth? I think it is. Yeah, look at my Model D Minimoog, the Minimoog shootout, the Minimoog shootout I did, and there was a definite distinction in those pulse waves. So we're getting that here. So that's rougher sounding, I think, but I like that one. It's got that sort of, I don't know, I call it like a fizz, and this one sounds deeper and cleaner. Let's maybe put a square and a saw together, just two. See what that sounds like. So nice, that. Pretty good, that. That's pretty good, isn't it? Nice. Let's throw it up a bit. So got some higher sounds, something in the higher range. Let's throw in the third oscillator then. All sounding really nice, isn't it? It's really, well, you expect Moog to emulate themselves well, and maybe there's a reason why it's taken a while to come out. All right, these are sounding good. Good, really nice. Okay, that's, you know, it's an app. It's not sounding identical, but again, two Minimoogs won't. Let me then have a quick look at the filter. Try and get it to almost self-resonate and then just play around with it and you get a real nice feel for what the filter sounds like. Let's have a listen to that over here. So knock that down to around there. Filter's up about 3/4. Well, it won't be the same. Nice, that's really good, that app, isn't it? Where that growls is lovely. I just love that sound so much. Okay. That's beautiful. Okay, what should we take a quick look at next, maybe? Now this is dependent on the output. Whoa. Almost goes into a square there, doesn't it? Whoa, listen to that. Turn it on. Now I will be gobsmacked, which is a colloquial term for quite amazed, actually, if this can do anything similar. But let's have a go. So it's doing something with all of them, but not with just the one. I mean, it's doing something, but it's not doing this. Whether you'd wanted it to do that, I don't know. Maybe it's not that useful when it comes to actually musical performances. Put them all on. No, it's not doing that. Much harsher. It's doing, you know, it's doing something, but it's not quite what the Minimoog itself does. Wouldn't really expect it to. Let's have a listen to some frequency modulation. Sound square. Let's just do that again. It's not as nice, but it's got, you know, for some effects and whatnot. It's still getting the job done, as it were. Let's have a listen to the noise. I have to say it's not really that interesting to me, but here we go. White noise. And pink. Yeah, main thing is that it's so much louder on this, so when you're using it in effects, you get much more noise on the iPad than you do on this. So speaking of effects, this has got some really nice effects on it. I love the way they look like the Moog Fogers. Brilliant. Nice touch. Nice arpeggiator on there as well. Tap it. Let's do a faster, slightly faster. 192. Nice, which is something I really wish the Model D had. Not sure what the bender does yet, I've not really looked it up. Reminds me a bit of the Pro 5, what was that effect called on that? Nice though. It's like it's a wave, like some sort of wave shaper. Could be completely wrong. Okay, so this is matching up exactly what's shown on the iPad on this. Massive difference on the contours, isn't there? That's getting closer, so maybe there's an issue with this, but decay time I've had to drop down considerably to, this one is about 50, that's about 200, and on these that's 800 and 400, so that's moved from there all the way down to there, and this has gone from here to here. Okay, let's have a look at trying to match up a couple of the sounds here. I've put it onto my normal sized iPad. As far as does it sound like my Model D? As for an iPad app, brilliant. It stands up against all the others in the Minimoog shootout I did for the soft synths, which, you know, for $4.99, especially if you've got yourself some sort of dock that works, unlike this thing now. You know, it's a really good value way of getting yourself a Minimoog clone, I think. Amazing, absolutely amazing. Highly recommended. So I hope that was of some use to somebody, and see you again soon.